Fucking hell. Did you shake it?
No.
Yeah, before it opens, it fucking rattles.
Yeah,
It.
band.
You gotta make sure it's fizzy.
Oh, it's dripping on me.
Like all the ladies.
I'm getting a new phone, boys.
Whoa.
iPhone.
Nah.
Oh.
Samsung Galaxy S16.
S25 Ultra.
Is it actually? There's that many. There's 25 now.
Yeah. Well, they skipped a load though. Like they skipped basically all the 10s,
Can't do that. It's cheating.
but they did.
What? So they went Samsung Galaxy S9, S20.
They did S10, and then I'm pretty sure they went to S20 after that.
Oh, that's such a cop out.
It was,
Why
no,
is
it
it
was because
Ultra?
it was when it was 2020.
Yeah.
So it
What?
goes home and away.
Ah.
Hello and welcome back to the Beer Belly Ballers podcast. My name's Smeid. I'm joined by A1, Cameron, and Danny. Jay's not here today because he's doing family shit.
Family.
Is that his
family.
reason?
He's-
I didn't
He's-
know.
well, I went to get the kit
family.
bag off him, and he was around his family's.
Embarrassing.
Honestly, it's shocking.
Embarrassing.
Today we are doing a fight night.
Oh,
I'm expecting some heated debates. I will be your judge, your jury, and maybe your executioner.
is this in honor of WrestleMania?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, let's get into it. Well, let's have a beer
I was
first.
going to say
actually.
beer first. Come on.
Today we've got Tiny Rebel X Project D.
Ooh.
It is
We
a
like Tiny
cookie
Rebel.
dough vanilla chocolate salted caramel donut glaze stout. That's a mouthful.
These
Say
always
it
sound amazing, don't they?
Yeah.
What was that?
And always taste like
What's
shit.
the name again?
It's a cookie dough vanilla chocolate salted caramel donut glaze stout.
Hi, can I get a?
It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Yeah.
Let's give it a go. The can's quite cool.
Yeah, the cans are
That
five.
is a
That's
five.
The cans are
So
5.
there's a lot going on
That might be the first 5 for a can. Yeah.
It's gonna be dark. It's a stout.
Can you get a light stout? Is that a thing?
No.
It smells.
That's
unreal.
quite a big pour.
Oh, bloody hell.
6.5%.
Oh my god. Yeah. Jesus. Caramel.
Strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just smells like a caramel bar.
It's like crunchy or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you.
These cups are dreadful.
Yeah, they just give you an awful pour. It's nothing to do with the cans.
I like
like-
the smell,
The smell's fire.
I'm not so keen.
but I think it is what it says.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
smell like beer. It smells like
It smells like
chocolate.
cookie dough vanilla chocolate salted caramel donut glaze
This is going
stout.
to be the most sickly thing in the world.
Yeah.
It smells nice, but
For me, it's a
if
full
you're in the
smell.
pub sniffing this the whole like session,
It's not made for that, is it? It's
nah,
not really.
but you know,
I
4.
would say 3 for me for smell.
Don't know.
I'm giving it a 4. Just it says.
I think it's
It,
nice.
it is
I think
what it
it's
says.
nice.
though,
Would-
so-
Okay, I'm outvoted.
I'd
It's
rather
4.
this as on a candle than like a beer.
Nah, I think a candle. I wouldn't want my house to smell like that.
You know your phobia of candles.
Yeah, I don't like candles.
Taste.
Let's give it a sip. It doesn't taste how I thought it would.
out of all these stouts that are like mental sort of
That's
flavours,
actually the nicest.
that's the best I think we've had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't dislike that, which is rare because I usually don't like them.
I couldn't see myself having a whole can of that though.
It's nice for this amount.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
getting the sort like I'm getting everything it says there. I'm getting
Yeah.
the salted caramel. I'm getting the cookie dough.
What was it called again?
It's a cookie dough vanilla chocolate salted caramel donut glaze stout.
That's
Yeah.
nice. I think that is.
It's
It's
a 3
very
or,
fitting.
It's a 3 or a 4 for me for taste. Because it's not bad
Yeah,
at
it's,
all.
Sometimes these stouts are a bit strong.
That is
Yeah.
6.5.
6.5.
But
It's
that
strong,
doesn't
but it
taste
doesn't
like
taste
that,
too
yeah.
bad. Yeah.
No.
I like it. We're giving it a 4.
I'm happy
That's
to give
high.
that.
For what it is, thing is though, you're not having this at a barbecue.
Yeah.
No.
Not everything is a barbecue.
No,
but-
no,
but that's fine.
And I think I was expecting that to be worse, but I still don't know if I could get through a whole can. I think I'd get halfway down and go, oh, this is too sickly now.
Should I tell you what it is? It's a novelty Christmas beer.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one you get in your stocking and you have it on Christmas
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at like 11 o'clock once you've sessioned
Yeah.
like Stellas all day.
It would take me a while to finish a can off.
No, but I reckon I could.
For me, it's a half pint.
Yeah.
How many Gaviscon would you need before you?
A lot.
We're giving it a 4 or 3.
I think a 4's
I
pretty
think
fair
I
for what it
think
is.
4.
I'll go with 4, yeah.
How much?
It cost. It was in the 3 for 2, is it? In Sainsbury's.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
It's been in the back of my car for ages.
lovely.
Oh, great.
So it's like I think I worked out like £7 for 3 of them.
That's really cheap.
Yeah, very good.
That's like another 4.
$2.50 a can, something like that.
About that.
Yeah.
For something that wacky,
Yeah,
it's
that's
alright.
about
It's like a
right.
17 out of 20 then. That would make it the highest
Flipping
rated
hell.
one.
And
Yeah.
Jay missed it.
Yeah, Jay would love that.
Oh, Jay
he would be all over
yeah.
Yeah, I think.
It's not my favourite beer though, so it's a bit.
No, I was going to say,
contradictory.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's got all the good aspects. It's just you're rating on what we're rating it on.
Yeah.
I think fair. Top of the leaderboard.
17.
17.
Happy
Yeah.
days.
3 4s and a 5.
What's it called
Yeah.
again?
It's Tiny Rebel X Project D.
God.
It's a cookie dough, vanilla, chocolate, and salted caramel donut glaze stuff.
Is Project D like a donut company? Like
Yeah,
Krispy Kreme
they
or something?
you know the new ins.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They have a stand there sometimes. And
Do
they,
they?
they do like really wacky donuts.
Oh cool.
Right, so
Do you want to run us through the concept?
yeah, so the concept of today's is it's going to be very debate heavy. I'm going to give you 2 things, and one of you. So you'll be working in teams.
Teams
basically.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
No, so Cameron's going to act as the switch.
Right.
So he's going to start on Danny's side,
Okay.
and then whoever loses
Yeah.
the debate keeps Cameron.
It's like a tag team.
Right. Okay.
So
yeah.
yeah, Cameron goes to the loser basically.
Like a
Yeah.
floater in 5-a-side.
Yeah.
You're on the
I've got the
losing.
bib on.
You're on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the losing team basically, helping them out.
You'll get 60 seconds to debate your topic.
Oh fucking hell! A time limit. Shit.
Yeah, and then you get 30 seconds to. Well, I'll do it roughly. I'm not
Okay.
gonna
Yeah.
keep it to
no
the
rambling.
second.
Yeah.
And then I'll decide who wins that debate. You might not agree with what you've got to.
Debate.
Debate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Fuck.
like the idea.
Oh,
of it.
it's just like an English exam.
Yeah, it's like an English lesson where it's
Oh.
like
You know you're talking horseshit, but you need it
Curly's
for the
wife
marks.
was a slag. No, she wasn't.
Yeah, exactly like that. First question is: was Curly's wife a slag?
Yeah, proper slag. Red lipstick, mate.
Yeah. Foreshadowing.
But yeah, so that's the concept. I'll decide the winner, and then just go from there. So it's Team A1 versus Team Danny, basically.
Okay.
And Cameron's
Right.
just the floater.
You're not important, mate. You don't
You're a
get a team.
floaty poo.
He's
Big
an
old poo.
he's an upper decker. So the first topic. Oh, they're all numbered A and B, by the way, or lettered A and B, I should
Right.
say. So
Christ.
Yeah, it's
The
about
rules-
chaotic as usual.
no, the loser picks which one they want, A or B. Obviously,
Okay.
realistically, you don't know which one's A
So
or
that
B.
makes
So.
sense. But yeah,
No.
yeah.
So the first one, I'll let you pick, A or B.
A for Alex.
Okay.
Or B for
Well, you can't
Bob
choose.
Hole.
Do you know what I mean?
Why did you?
Yeah. What do you
Don't
know? He hasn't got a choice.
funny.
So you are defending prime Luis Suarez, and then you are prime Lewandowski. So it's
Oh, okay.
which one's better out of those two?
I think I've actually got the better draw.
So what do
here.
I do?
You're on Danny's side, helping him debate why Lewandowski's better than Suarez.
Okay.
Okay.
He goes first.
Do I get my monologue?
Yep, go ahead.
Prime Luis Suarez. Okay. He has, number one, the best hat trick ever in the Premier League. He's played in the Premier League and proved how good he can be. I think he got a golden boot. Lewandowski is not. He's part of the best front three of all time with Messi, Suarez, Neymar. He's got Champions League. I don't think there's anything he hasn't won.
Premier League,
World Cup.
FA Cup,
He's won an FA
League.
Cup, hasn't he?
League Cup.
Oh. Well, he hasn't won everything, but he's won.
League 2.
He hasn't won League 2.
He hasn't won League 2.
Luis Suarez hasn't won League 2.
Johnson's Paint Trophy.
He hasn't won the Johnson's Paint Trophy.
Or the Euros.
All the Euros. So he hasn't won quite a lot,
AFCON.
actually. I'm sorry, Luis Suarez will definitely have a better legacy when you look back in comparison to
I think that's 60
Lewandowski.
seconds.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, half of my time was just listing things that he didn't win, like the Johnson's Paint Trophy.
Shall I kick us off?
Yeah.
Do I have a timer? When do I
Nah,
start?
just go.
Okay. Right, well, Lewandowski, for a start, I think has arguably got better with age. I think he's one of the greatest poachers of all time, certainly. You talked about Suarez's brilliant hat-trick. Well, Lewandowski had that unbelievable game against Wolfsburg where he scored, 5 in 9 minutes or something ridiculous like that.
Not what I'm saying.
And if
What-
we're talking
yeah.
about role models here, can we really be debating Suarez?
It's not role models. It's not about best striker ever.
Yeah, I know, but some of that has got to come. Some of like your morality has got to come into this a little
Yeah.
bit.
I think
Separate the
Lewandowski
artist from the
Lewandowski
art.
is more of a leader than Suarez.
He's
Um,
he is.
He's
He's
a good TikTok dancer.
Very good TikTok dancer.
Oh,
he
yeah, that
doesn't-
knocks him down. He's cringe as fuck.
he doesn't bite people.
Yeah, true. He hasn't got that nasty side
Yeah,
to
he's
him.
soft.
He
That's
doesn't
why.
handball it on
Yeah,
the line,
doesn't cheat. No.
and he's better looking.
That's your time.
Fancy him.
It is a difficult one because they are both quality. They're both won a Champions League. They're both played at the highest level for ages.
Do you want to know? Sorry to interject. Before everyone got here, me and Danny were having a conversation about Lewandowski, but I think the comparison, the moment, like currently,
Who in Kane?
him and Kane. Who'd you pick now out of him and Kane currently?
Currently, Kane all day.
Probably can.
I don't
100%.
think so.
Me and I was
Wow.
saying the English bias in me tells me Kane, and he is it's obviously doing bits for Bayern, but on current form right now, this second might have to be Lewandowski.
No, it's
tearing
still
it up,
it's still
man.
Kane's broken the records in the Bundesliga. Lewandowski played in the Bundesliga almost all his career, and Kane's gone there and
And
played
won
2
nothing.
seasons.
He still
and
hasn't won
broken
Yeah.
broken all his records.
Yeah, but Lewandowski at the moment he's proceeded further in the Champions League.
Yeah, but that's it.
Yeah,
Kane scored more goals.
yeah, but
If we're
He's-
going off goals alone, it's Kane.
is that
look-
that all you need as a striker? Just
Well,
goals?
I think
I
also
Well,
that
it's
Barcelona
the most important part.
that
isn't it?
Barcelona team is so stacked with attacking options. Rafinha, Yamal, you've got all these players. Bayern Munich are a bit more. They've got a good
they've
team,
got
don't get me wrong,
talent.
but I don't think they've got quite the same depth as Barcelona have.
Look at I
They're
think
still playing Eric Dyer at the back for fuck's sake.
He scored. He was
last night.
brilliant.
Yeah, I know, but it's Eric Dyer.
Yeah, but you say that like he's like dog shit. He's clearly starting in a team.
he's alright. Eric
When was the
Dyer.
last time he got an England cap?
I think he should probably get another
He's-
call up.
he's-
To be
yeah,
honest,
he's probably, I'd say he's probably as good as Mark Gay, to be honest.
he probably is. Yeah.
Harry Kane, I would take him over Lewandowski in a minute.
Anyway, that's not the
Okay.
topic.
Yeah,
Suarez or Lewandowski.
Suarez.
I think Lewandowski, personally.
Really?
I do.
Ironically, I would always go Suarez.
I'd go Suarez as well.
But Suarez was box office man.
I
Loved
think
him.
I think Suarez had more of the entertainment factor.
Yeah.
I think you
yeah.
definitely
and
more
as well,
entertaining.
we've probably watched a lot more Suarez, and the
Yeah.
fact that his Liverpool days, and as well, he's probably got a more exciting Champions League highlight reel in comparison
Yeah.
to.
And
Yeah.
football needs its pantomime villains as well. Suarez.
Yeah,
But
he's a
he is a
dickhead.
wanker.
Oh yeah, he's a wanker.
Yeah.
Lewandowski's boring.
He is a bit boring, actually. Yeah.
He dances though.
He
The,
does
dance,
dance.
the dancing makes him slightly.
Isn't he ripped as well?
Oh man.
Yeah, he's a
shredded.
unit.
But only since he's gone to Barcelona, like he's jacked now.
no,
whereas-
Bayern was
he,
where he,
he
got
was pretty shredded at
huge.
Bayern, man.
Yeah, he
Because
was.
No,
there's,
but
there's
like-
that whole thing about Bayern, like
Goretzka.
I've seen the
and
picture.
all
Yeah,
that.
Goretzka.
Harry Kane's not massive though, is he?
he doesn't
No.
need to be.
Yeah, true. His goal was good actually the other night.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
big
finish.
fan.
Oh, well, you're picking Lewandowski.
I'll go Lewandowski. I think your argument was quite
Did
convincing.
he sack his penalty?
Awful.
Yeah, terrible.
Awful. I can't believe it took him so long to overturn Real Madrid's penalty shout.
Yeah, it's not even.
No, not even close. Never in a million years.
mental.
That means you're on his
You're
team.
now with Alex Cameron.
Okay.
The next one, so you can pick again because you
Okay.
lost A or B.
A again.
VAR has improved football.
Oh,
B is
I'm not-
VAR.
You're asking the
hasn't.
Wolves fan to argue that?
VAR has ruined
Flipping
football.
heck.
Okay. So I think VAR has improved football for numerous reasons. Number one, you get to celebrate a goal twice. No, I fucking hate that logic.
No,
Disagreeing.
we've got to argue
You've
for
got
it.
to.
Yeah, I know, but that's
It's a fair game.
that is not my reason. I think it's a fair. You do some more mistakes are spotted in the modern game, like things like that goal being overturned, that penalty being overturned in the Champions League
yeah,
this week.
that's true actually.
That could have turned the game on its head. Like
Yeah.
it does help influence important decisions, and it is kind of at the point now. It's a lot more consistent than it was when it was introduced, like around COVID. I feel like as many decisions that don't go your way in the same way that if VAR wasn't in place, that a referee would get it wrong. I can understand why people get more annoyed because there's a whole team of people that manage VAR, but I do think it does help you analyse the game a lot more. Things like close offsides have found. But it's all about the policing. If it's executed right and you get the right officials on the right day, then it's definitely an improvement.
Completely agree.
Danny, anything to add?
What to his argument?
Yeah, go on, improve mine.
Right, so I don't think VAR has improved football because, well, for a start, obviously it slowed the game down massively. Football is all about the speed and the pace of the game, especially in England, and having 5-minute checks for little offsides and shirt pulls in the area is ridiculous. The other argument was that it potentially stops corruption and referees being biased, but if anything, if you've got a group of blokes in a dark room that us as the fans can't see, I think that opens it up to even more corruption behind the scenes.
Is the Premier League corrupt?
Do you believe there is actually corruption there?
Oh, I've watched
Not
so
in the
many
Prem.
games over the years. Maybe not so much in the Prem, but where I genuinely believe games have been won or lost because someone's been paid, especially with Real Madrid in the Champions League over the years.
Certainly 10, 20 years ago, I think it was a thing.
Yeah.
Particularly
And-
at
100%.
Fergie
Oh, it's been
Fergie
done.
time.
And I think with VAR, it could potentially be even more rife. We see it. It's been brought in to correct big mistakes, but big mistakes still happen, and that's even more inexcusable. So you're even more enraged when they still get it wrong and they've got the benefit of replays.
Surely corruption is harder with VAR because they've got too many people policing it.
Yeah.
But you've got blokes in this room who you can't see. They're making decisions, and they do still get it wrong.
No, but you do hear the
reasoning.
afterwards, don't
Yeah.
you?
Only
It's not corrupt.
if they release it.
I think there is just a bias, like an underlying bias that
And
will probably always be there.
I think with VAR there is still a massive option there for corruption. It's doable.
I'll tell you what, VAR has kind of got better in the last few years. The handball thing has finally got to a point where every time the ball brushes someone's arm being blasted from whatever range, I feel like they've got the right range of what's a penalty and what's not a penalty now.
It's because they put common sense into it.
Exactly. And without VAR, like, it's up to the referee then, isn't it? Who has a split second to decide if that's handball or not. And it's finally got to the point where I think decisions are being made correctly for handballs. And that realistically, that is probably the most common decision, isn't it? VAR is for penalties, which is like your fouls, your handballs, and then offsides that don't really
Red
interfere
cards.
with anything.
Violent conduct and stuff like that. I think there needs to be more transparency with it. There isn't enough at the moment. I think you should be able to hear what the officials are saying to each other, even if maybe not even at the time, if they just publish it for every single game after the game, so we know the conversations that were had.
Yeah, I do think it would.
Because if it's still a genuine mistake, go okay, fair enough. But I still just don't. But in this country, okay, I don't think there's anything that dodgy going on. But certainly with UEFA in Europe, and it's the same with FIFA at the World Cup, because we know FIFA are fucking rife with it.
I think even if they put
you don't trust them.
If they put what they were viewing in their secret box where they're viewing it on the big screens for everybody to see, there'd be less of a problem.
This is the
everybody
problem.
could see it then.
The fans in the stadium
Don't
have
know
less
what's
of an
going
idea
no clue.
than the people watching at home.
Yeah,
The people watching at home have got more of an idea of what's going on, which completely
gets rid of the point of going to the game.
exactly that.
Yeah.
And it's wrong. But also what I hate is I think refs need to grow a pair of bollocks, because as soon
Yeah.
as they get told to go over to the screen, they
pick what the people
Exactly.
that have said. It's very rare you'll get someone go over to the monitor and go,
stick with their
I still
decision."
don't see it.
Yeah.
and it's a shame.
And yeah, but then the thing is, it's like,
Well, let's be honest. Like statistically, when they get sent over to the monitor, most of the time it's because they've made a mistake. But there have been occasions where you think you see them get sent over, and you go, "Oh, why have they sent them over to the monitor? Like, you made the right decision, and because they've sent over, there's almost that kind of like confirmation bias in their head of I've made a mistake. I should probably change it, even before they get there."
This beer's a year out of date.
Is it really?
Why are you giving me that?
It's been in my fridge for ages then. Oh yeah,
It's
it's
May
celebrating
24.
the Women's World Cup.
2023.
They were in my car.
I was going to say these are all good.
these are lovely.
Did you only have 3 Stellas?
Yeah.
There's a Grolsch.
I'd have had it.
May 23, did you say?
Yeah, no, May 24.
I was
But
going to say.
No, it's not that out of date.
Oh, it's
Yeah, it's
It's pretty
fine.
much a year.
Beer doesn't go
Yeah.
there.
On that one, I think Danny's the winner because you two ended up agreeing with his point.
yeah, fair point.
Well, the things.
And we all hate VAR.
Yeah.
I think it can work, just not in its current state.
It's a happy medium.
I think
isn't
it needs a lot doing to
It
it.
won't
yeah.
go, but I think it's so much better than it was.
You need to watch some championship football and then you'll understand how good football
Are you going to
is
get VAR in
without
the
No,
it.
well,
Championship?
no,
No, I
Not?
don't think they
No,
are.
well, I actually, you say that.
I thought it
like-
was like
The standard of refereeing in the Championship is horrific.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible.
It's awful. They ruin games regularly.
and
I
you'd
do
rather
agree.
that.
Yeah.
I'd actually rather VAR.
Yeah,
than
because then
the
you've got
standard,
someone to
yeah,
blame. You can
yeah.
blame the ref, whereas when it's
Yeah,
VAR...
but you blame VAR.
Yeah,
the same
but like,
you
you
blame
don't
the
know
ref.
who you're blaming
But
when
you
it's
shouldn't
VAR.
be blaming VAR because it's there to like
Yeah.
sort these things
Yeah.
out, and they still get it wrong.
When you think about when we talk about VAR and the problems with it, it's not the technology that's the problem. It's still
People
the dickheads
operating,
using it.
yeah.
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 It's still officials. It's still referees, and because the people in the VAR room are referees as well, and linos and officials. You know, they're all qualified refs. So
I'm numb to it.
they're just, you
I
know,
just kind of accept it as part of the game now. And
We were
like,
the only team. Wolves were the only team that voted for against it. Basically,
Forest got no backbone after that, I think. 'Cause, you know, they were giving up the whole, like, I can't remember what decision went against them.
wasn't it the whole thing where they accused the ref of being a Luton fan
Yeah,
away
it
at
was-
Everton?
is that what it was?
Yeah, it
Well,
was
they
something
had
like that. I never-
3 penalty shouts. One of them should have been a penalty. The other two.
No,
No, it's
they-
just when the owner cut him out and said,
They-
Yeah.
yeah.
Or the
They've
club
released
tweeted something in
released
that-
a statement on their social media saying we've been made aware that whoever like Stuart Atwell, we were made aware before the game that he was a Luton fan, and because there was a 3-way fight between Everton, Forest, and Luton, they were basically saying, because he's a Luton fan, he's biased, that he therefore didn't give us the decisions, which was bollocks because we'd have rather Forest won that game anyway. So the whole thing was horseshit.
Anyway.
Yeah.
The next fight is the GOAT debate. I'm going to let you pick first, A1, since you lost again.
A again.
You're defending Messi.
Okay.
I'm on
Does
his
that
team.
mean-
now.
That means you're defending Ronaldo.
Danny hates Ronaldo. It's funny because I prefer Ronaldo, but
Oh, this
No.
is interesting. Then.
Yeah.
I'm,
see if you can
I'm gonna
back
argue.
The other side.
I think Messi probably has a stronger argument.
Well,
anyway,
you
to
go
be honest.
first this time, Donny.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm always on the attack.
Ronaldo has scored loads of goals and he's won the Premier League and he's proved himself in the best league in the world and he's the best goal scorer ever and he's ripped and good looking.
Oh, he's
Is that all you've got?
Yeah, fuck him.
Mr. Champions
Yeah.
League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention he scored the most goals.
Oh,
in Champions
you
League
could not
history.
be any less interested in
I'm not
like
interested
bigging up Ronaldo.
'cause I can't defend that. No.
He's such a child.
No.
Honestly.
It's like you don't even appreciate him.
Yeah.
I don't because he's an arsehole.
He's an
really.
arsehole.
I don't think he's an arsehole.
He just comes across as a big man
I
child.
don't think he's the most likeable person.
He's not,
in
yeah,
football.
exactly. That's what I mean.
That's not what we're debating. Though.
Yeah.
He's just got a winner's mentality, I know.
He does, and he pops up in big moments. There's no doubt he's a big game player. But it's not a
And
debate, is it?
class
He's
at
probably the
free
most
kicks.
athletic footballer
He's
to ever
shite at free
grace the game.
kicks. He's fucking awful at free kicks. Can't believe every club he's gone to, they still let him take free kicks. He's dog shit.
You see his goal the other day?
No.
Outside, it was like a Scholesy, and he absolutely canes it into the top stanchion. It is a
Yeah.
banger.
That's why he's the goat.
I can't. Yeah, that's
Probably
why he's the
some
guy.
Five,
Yeah,
5 foot
yeah,
Saudi bloke in goal.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I have no idea about the lead up or anything, but no keeper was saving that. It was a rocket.
With his free kicks, he's been dining off that Portsmouth one for years.
I don't know if it's worth you going into Messi, to be honest, because Danny's performance there was so poor.
He's like I don't know. Instead of Messi, he might as well have given Glenn Whelan,
Yeah.
like, top championship player.
If you give me like Pele or Maradona, I'd have made a better argument of it.
But it's
You think
mental.
Pele and
because
Maradona are
Ronaldo's
closer?
like
No, it's just like I know the GOAT debate was always Messi and Ronaldo. It's just I personally just not that I've never rated him or don't think that he's good. It's just I dislike the bloke because he's, as I said, he's always just come across as a big man child
Do
and
you
a
want
crybaby.
to know what debate or like this phrase that started to come out, which I can't stand in football? Ronaldo's closer to Neymar than Ronaldo is to Messi. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
He's just not though, is he?
what they're saying. Neymar's almost as good as Ronaldo.
Like
Well, no, Ronaldo's nearly as shit as Neymar.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they're saying like
Neymar doesn't have
like the
anywhere
gap.
near the legacy of Ronaldo.
no,
Nowhere near.
or it might have been Luis Suarez. It was one of them players. It was
Do you think if he didn't go to PSG, he might have a claim to a way better legacy? Do you think going to PSG ruined his legacy?
A
Neymar.
little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, 100%. If he would have
Oh,
stayed,
yeah, if he'd
at,
stayed
at
at Barca,
Barcelona, then you would have just seen more of him. And like,
Yeah.
I think
Nobody's watching French football, are they? Really?
No, but I think it's so apparent that after PSG have lost all their like Galacticos,
They're actually better now.
Yeah,
though.
they're a team.
Mental.
Yeah.
Team sport, you know,
Yeah.
fucking, you
Note
know.
of life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
He scored, didn't he?
He's both fullbacks. They're
he-
the best
yeah,
fullbacks
He's
in
probably
the
the
world.
best right back in the world at the moment.
Yeah,
isn't he?
100%.
Gotta be.
I can't believe you didn't put Nuno Mendes in one of your, your defensive.
I had Hakimi, so I
offsides.
didn't. And I had
Yeah.
Marquinhos, so I can have three. Nuno Mendes is class
I couldn't think
Someone
of
put Carl Walker. Was it you that put Carl Walker in?
in goal
in goal.
because he had
Oh.
played in goal.
Yeah, playing in
fair
goal.
enough.
So
Do I have to argue?
I
Messi
don't
now?
think it's worth it.
Messi's
Danny,
the
that
goat.
Danny, that was a poor performance.
Messi, yeah, but
mate.
we all know Messi's the goat.
But he's never won the.
But is he though?
Justice
Is he
Bank
the
trophy,
goat?
has he?
Yeah, Messi's the best player ever, man. Yeah.
He's the best player ever,
Yeah.
but I prefer Ronaldo.
He's not the best goal scorer ever, though.
He's not the best goal scorer.
But
that's a
he's
different
the
question.
best football player of all time. Yes.
Yeah,
Who's the best goal scorer ever?
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Cristiano's the best
Cristiano
goal scorer.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He scored the most goals.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Pele will find some. from-
Sod Pele.
I think Pele's well, he's dead, so he can't make
Pele
up
was
anymore.
scoring against like actual farmers.
Ronaldo will genuinely retire with 1,000
Yeah,
It's
he's
mental,
documented
isn't it?
goals, and
mental.
like that is ridiculous.
What's he on now?
800 and something.
Is he?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Should I have a quick?
If he's only in the 800 still, will he retire with 1,000?
He's probably got 3 years.
I'm Googling.
Oh, I don't think. Oh,
Yeah, Ronaldo.
933.
oh, there you
Oh,
go.
okay.
Yeah, he gets 1,000 then. Yeah. Another 3 years, he gets that.
Maybe he's got
But
800.
he's 40.
Yeah, but he's got till 44 easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
He's
you're
got a
playing
goal
in a,
every game for Al Nassr.
if you
Yeah.
play in a farmers league like that, you're going to get another 70 in 3 years.
Yeah,
Easy.
unless John Duran takes them all.
Yeah.
You know what's mad? You know when he went back to Man United, he's still got a goal every other game.
Mate, he was
Yeah.
brilliant at Man United. He was
Mate,
their best
yeah,
player.
and you know what,
there
most
is-
of- most of that
he's the problem.
Was in his first season back there.
Mate, he scored back-to-back hat tricks.
Oh, it was mental.
I don't know.
Class.
I don't know any other player in the last 2 or 3 seasons that has scored back-to-back hat tricks. Cole Palmer, Salah.
Palmer might have
I don't think they
done
have.
it, but I don't.
I mean,
Haaland's
granted,
done it.
Oh, yeah,
Haaland's
Haaland,
done it.
yeah.
Yeah.
but that's still ridiculous. So yeah, even though Ronaldo's got all the praise, he didn't win.
Right, Cameron, you're now back with Danny. A or B, Danny?
I'm not really
B.
doing fuck all anyway. to be honest.
This one is creative midfielder elite. So
Yeah.
you went for B.
B.
You're defending Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay.
That means you've got Mesut Ozil.
No, we've
Oh.
won.
I don't know. Like,
No, yes, no. There's not even a debate there.
I think there definitely is.
Oh,
Realistically, there probably
it's
isn't.
not at all.
Ozil was unreal. Anyway, carry on.
Titles.
De Bruyne, yeah. Titles, trophies,
Trebles.
trebles.
But he's only one treble.
Uh,
He's only got
is
one
it-
treble.
is
in
it the
Paris.
all-
Just the one treble actually.
has he broken the record for most assists in Premier League history now?
Don't think so.
Oh, he's
No,
certainly
he
up
hasn't.
there, isn't he? He's not far off. Is it Henri's record? He's gotta be up
is
there.
it- No, Fabregas is top,
Or-
isn't he?
I thought Henri was top.
Go
Or
on,
was it
then.
Fabregas?
Go on, Chief.
Oh yeah, you might right. It might be Fabregas actually.
I thought Gerrard might be in the conversation.
Oh no, I think Henri got the record for the most in a single season.
one,
Maybe.
one
Yeah.
season. I thought it'd be like an
Yeah,
actual midfielder like
it's
Gerrard
probably-
or
it's-
Scholes
It's
or
probably Fabregas then, because that
Is he
rings a
Googling
bell.
it, or is he just?
Yeah, goals, assists, just
Big player game.
Big
game
game.
player.
Big game player. Player.
Is he?
This is why I'm not.
Is he a big
Mate,
game
yeah.
player?
In that season that Man City won the league, not last season, season before, when he went,
The treble.
they needed to. They came. Man City came to Wolves, who were notoriously a bit of a bogey team for City. He came and he scored 4 goals, and he was unplayable.
Yeah, that's not a big game.
But
Playing-
he turned up and
Yeah,
when
he
needed
battered
to.
Wolves, but like that's not a big game, is it? It's not like
It was at the time.
it's not like no, a big game's like against the top rivals, or it's like on the day that you could win the league.
I
He's
don't
done that
remember an
as well.
Ozil performance in a big game either,
No.
though.
And has he ever put 4 goals past prime Jose Sarr? He hasn't. So.
Nah, I think he put him against Roy Patricio.
I think Ozil's stats are a bit slept on, to be honest.
I don't know Ozil's stats that much.
He's won 4 FA Cups.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing De Bruyne has probably got something similar.
De Bruyne's got 6 or 7. I would have thought. Well, in fact, hasn't Pep got to the the quarterfinals of the FA Cup for 7 or 8 years running?
Yeah,
now?
something like that. It's ridiculous.
So De Bruyne would have been every one of them.
And he's going to get another one this year.
You reckon they'll win the FA Cup? I think Forest can upset them.
They could.
I think at current form, it's got to be City. Forest have dropped off in the last 2 weeks, and City look good at the moment.
City Villa final.
Palace have fallen off.
They got absolutely dicked yesterday.
I can see City Villa final. Yeah.
Is it my turn to argue for Mesut Ozil?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. He's played for the best team in the world. He's played for Real Madrid,
And Arsenal.
and he's probably more known for playing at Arsenal. He's
Fucking hell,
got.
yeah, of course.
What are you looking at?
Gigs.
Most Premier League
Yeah.
assists of all time. De Bruyne's second.
Yeah.
Ozil's not even in the top.
No, but how many seasons did
8.
Ozil have in the Premier League? 4, maybe 5.
I think technically he was there for longer, but the last 2 years he didn't play, did he?
No, which is mental.
He'd had some sort of falling out with them or something.
Yeah.
He wanted to leave and they didn't want him to leave.
Yeah, or something.
Like that,
Yeah.
I think Mesut Ozil has some of those assists where I don't think any other player in the world probably sees the vision. I think De Bruyne is probably the second closest, but when you have a look at sometimes the balls he was playing, it's ridiculous. And say that he only had 1 foot as well, and he still made the space. Like, he's the most left-footed. He's a bit like Martin Odegaard, but a lot better.
And he's won a World Cup.
Oh shit! Yeah, he's won a World Cup. He's got Champions League as well. I think he's got as many Champions Leagues.
He does have a Champions League.
He did
So
win the Champions
I
League with Real.
Never won
no.
the Champions League. He won the league with Real. Never won a Champions League.
What year did he go to Arsenal?
2014?
I thought Real won the Champions League in 2013.
No, 24. They won it in 2014.
2013, he went to,
2013, I was 11. Yeah,
Arsenal.
on deadline day.
This is a mad stat. So, the 11 players that have had the most assists in a single Premier League season, De Bruyne's up there 4 times.
Really?
In the top 11. Ozil's in there once.
Gerrard?
Fabregas is there a couple of times.
Is the
Lampard,
top Henry?
Cantona,
Who got the most in a single season?
Henry and De Bruyne shared 20.
20 assists in a single season. Fuck, man.
That is a lot.
That's pretty mad as well. Ozil, for Germany, won Player of the Year in 2011, 12, 13, 15 and 16.
Wow.
Yeah, but I bet De Bruyne's done the same at Belgium.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But do you think it's mad like the calibre of player that Germany have got, and he's winning it like 5 years in a row?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
they had like Neuer, and I suppose you can't really compare.
It's also
can you?
Belgium's golden generation.
They also had Eden Hazard,
Lukaku,
company.
Fellaini.
And they did fuck all.
Courtois.
Courtois a joke. Of
Who
a
do you think
keeper.
bottled their golden generation more, England or Belgium?
Probably England.
England,
'cause we've
yeah.
done it more than once.
I know, but
2004, England should have won
But
that.
Belgium's
Euros.
team was insane at one point.
I think if you compared it player for player, not as good as the Euro 2004 England team.
I don't know, man.
No, England's was better because England had a world class player in every position. Whereas, like in Belgium,
Belgium's defence, they never had like a
Oh,
right
the
back.
They never had
Alvaro
full. They
Vertonghen.
never had.
Yeah,
They never had
centre halves
fullbacks.
was-
Vermaelen.
Vermaelen was never
centre
world
half.
class.
He went to
No,
But he
Barca.
was quite good.
Yeah.
He was good. But he was
good
never.
at
He
Arsenal.
was never world class. He wasn't John Terry and Rio Ferdinand, was he?
Yeah.
And then we had Neville and Ashley Cole at fullbacks, and you had Gerrard, Beckham, Lampard, Scholes. You had Rooney, Owen.
Hazard, Lukaku, De Bruyne.
Yeah, but
Mertens.
I'm sorry, that England Euro
the
2004
England team
team is
was
better.
It was.
100% better.
I'm not saying it was bad, but
I
Like,
think
Moussa
it's
Dembele is
definitely-
the best player that most players have played with, isn't he?
yeah, they do say Moussa Dembele was a joke.
Very underrated player.
I think De Bruyne wins that one.
Yeah. I think that
Most of
there
these
was,
debates aren't even debates. By the way.
there,
no.
was there was too much of a gap. It needed. It was more of like a Lampard or Gerrard.
Yeah,
I think
that'd
the
been
gap
harder.
was too much.
The best one would have been the best one was the first one, Lewandowski, Suarez,
Yeah,
What about Lampard and Gerrard?
Gerrard for me.
Gerrard.
I'm Lampard.
You used to be a Chelsea fan.
Wearing
but
Chelsea
I
colours.
Still.
Next one. you're switching sides
Okay,
again, Cam.
Well, I've lost everyone.
No, you haven't. Danny lost the first two.
No, Danny won the first two.
Nah.
No, I lost the Messi Ronaldo one.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
I'll have B.
A challenge system has no place in football. So that means you, Danny, football should introduce a challenge system like tennis or cricket.
Right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So, like, for instance, if a player gets taken down the box, the captain could go, I want that reviewed by
Yeah,
VAR.
But you only get like 3 chances per game.
Or two.
2.
We'll go with
Yeah,
two.
One and a half.
Three.
One and a half.
But if your chance is
Yeah, 1 and a half.
correct,
You get to keep
get
it.
to keep it like cricket.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like
tennis.
the idea.
So-
of that.
so wait,
am I
who's that-
fighting for?
Say that again.
Am I fighting for?
Against.
Oh.
Uh,
Getting fucking stitched up here.
You've got Cameron to help there.
Yeah, I'm actually against it, so
Yeah,
that's sound.
I thought it was a shit idea.
Should we go for it now?
I'll let you go first, yeah. If
I
you
think
want.
it's a bit cringy. Imagine like you hear over like the speakers at the football, like the atmosphere's roaring and stuff. Then suddenly you hear like, Virgil van Dijk wants to challenge this, and then the fans go,
I don't think they'd have to do it
Don't
the same
think
as
that.
tennis. But, like,
"It'd be the most cringy thing ever."
I tell you what, your captain would get absolutely slated as well, because it's like, at what point do you choose to use that challenge?
I think the
Do you-
manager would tell him to use it, wouldn't they?
yeah, or it'd almost be like your
Yeah, it
manager would
would.
have to take to decide.
But also, it wouldn't work though because the assistants and managers now have screens in the
Yeah.
dugouts, so they can actually review the footage before,
So they'd be telling them.
so they
to do
know
it, wouldn't
what's
they? So it'd be more.
likely to be overturned.
So it'd be more the manager reviewing it, maybe. But it has to go through the
I
captain.
think it'd be used in a dickhead way as well to slow down a game when like it's getting flowing
Yeah,
or
it
whatever.
would,
Like the
yeah.
opposition would be like, I want to challenge that tackle in the centre of the park, so they stop the play to break momentum up, which is just kind of cheating.
At the end of the day, we moan about refs not letting the game flow and stuff, and this would just not let it flow even more.
VAR is essentially a pre-done challenge system already put in place for us, so I don't think it's necessary that we need it.
But you
No.
could also argue that it would be
So
used.
are you Danny or
I'm,
what's
so-
going on here?
I'm Switzerland.
No, you're not.
He's a
well, I was
fighter.
going to say, well, VAR. If you have multiple VAR reviews in a game, that slows the game down a lot. If every team only gets 2 challenges, well, in theory,
But
that
the VAR
might.
still standing.
No. I mean, like this is the idea that you can only challenge stuff with VAR by using your challenge. If you don't, then VAR doesn't get
Oh,
involved.
no, VAR would still be involved.
What's the fucking point then?
What's the point?
What's the fucking
That's
what
so
is the
true.
point?
Red cards, free kicks.
No, what is the
Yeah,
point?
but VAR reviews those anyway.
Yeah. So
You
why
know,
would
they
you need a
don't-
challenge
they don't-
system
They
then?
Don't
don't
review
review
free
free
kicks.
kicks, to be fair.
Why the fuck
well,
would you want to challenge that?
No, to be fair,
Because
I've
you
misunderstood the
free
point.
kick
of
in
this.
your own half. We're going to
We're
challenge
challenging
it.
that.
No, but-
Throw it. No, that was ours. Challenge.
No, but-
challenge.
he could though, to be fair, and then you just keep.
No, okay.
That is shit.
I'll concede then. That's shit.
You sure they want to argue it?
No, it should be like you can only use VAR if you challenge.
Okay, you need more than 1.5 then. I feel as though if that was the case.
I think if you could use it in a VR thing, that would be a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah,
make
It would have to be in place of VAR because it
In-
doesn't
yeah,
work.
yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah.
yeah.
So, say for instance, if you had 2 challenges a half, and the rest of the time the ref gets to make a decision, I think that
yeah.
makes it a bit more exciting.
Yeah.
VAR because you don't have the wait.
I suppose the ref can then just say to them, well, "Do you want to challenge it?"
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. When they're in their ear,
And,
be like,
and then
"Use
if
challenge."
not, then you don't have to bother with the whole VAR fiasco. You just move on. Game
Yeah.
carries on.
You know what? It kind of ends the debate a little bit because then after the game, if a decision's gone against you and your team's not challenged, then that's almost your team.
That's,
Yeah.
that's your fault.
and then it would just be a matter of
But
like
what about if you
sagging off-
played your challenge, lost it, and then something really bad happens?
That's
and-
on
That's-
you. Isn't
That's
it?
on
the
you
risk
for
you
using a
take.
poor
It's
challenge.
like
That-
cricket and
that
tennis.
was
But-
in tennis, yeah.
Because if you challenge and you get it right, you get to keep it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you get 3 bad decisions against you, but you can keep using your challenges because you're going to get it
Yeah.
overturned every single time.
Yeah.
So in theory, actually, it kind of works, to be honest.
Yeah, if in place of VAR, I think that's
Yeah.
good. And
Yeah,
then
VAR is in place, but you can only use it when you challenge a decision.
yeah,
I feel the Premier League are listening to us.
They
So I
should.
think we've fixed
Yeah,
football.
'cause
I think
then
we
that's
actually
a
have.
good
Do you
idea.
think it would be good though?
Yeah, I
still
think-
I'd enjoy it.
I think
still
you
think it'd
need.
be
I think
cringe.
you need 3.5 at least.
3.5.
Yeah.
It's a lot though. You might as well
No.
keep VAR at that point because how often did they actually use VAR? Probably twice a game.
No.
3 times a game.
I would say 2 challenges
It's a
per
half.
game because, as you said, if you get it right, you get to keep it.
Suppose so.
So you get 2 chances, and if you get both wrong, you're done.
Or 1 per half, you mean?
Yeah, you can say 1 per half.
No,
Well, you
I
could
reckon-
use 2 in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, just 2 for the whole 90
And the
minutes.
thing is, it would be like at the end, you'd be like slagging off, be like, oh, why did John McGinn choose to challenge that when everyone else in the stadium thought otherwise? But I suppose it's
Well, managers would have to select the captains more carefully.
yeah.
Also, screens would have to be banned in the dugouts
Yes.
because it wouldn't work.
I don't like that anyway, really.
I don't really get.
Because that
I get
why
why
it's
because it's
there.
tactical, and if they're allowed to, then why not
but,
exploit it?
But it also leads to assistants and managers like surrounding the 4th official, which I don't really like either, and getting in their ear and stuff like that. And I don't like those little sort of tactics of oh, I've seen this, you got this wrong. It's like, no, just fucking leave the 4th official alone.
Talking about
Same time,
managers,
the-
have you seen Vitor Pereira going out on the piss after every win?
Yeah, I
in
did see
Wolverhampton?
that.
What do you
What a
think?
lovely place to go out. drinking.
I just don't like him.
Well, that's because he's a Wolves. If he was a West
He's
Brom,
not a Wolves fan. He's
If
not.
he-
He's
if
not
he was
grown
West
up
Brom
with pictures
manager,
of Steve Bull on his wall.
and he was going out in West Brom to the Weatherspoons after every win.
You don't see Tony Mowbray in Weatherspoons after
Yeah, exactly.
I want Tony Mowbray gone, to be honest.
Yeah, he's a bit outdated now, isn't he?
I feel
Yeah,
as though
a bit
we
of a dinosaur.
brought him in. Everybody had high hopes because of obviously him used to manage us,
Mm.
and it just hasn't played the way we wanted it to play.
He's a dinosaur now. He's out of touch.
He's like a Pulis, isn't he?
The game's moved on from his.
But the thing,
time.
he's a lovely bloke as well, and I wish,
he's a right geezer.
I,
he is,
I-
yeah.
I wish him all the best. But
He's still there.
he's got to go, blood.
I wish him all the best for his job, which he still has.
I think he'll be gone in the summer.
I think he will be,
I think he'll walk. I don't even think we'll sack him. I just think he'll
What about
walk.
if you get playoff?
We won't. We're not good enough.
Statistically,
If you beat Coventry tomorrow,
yeah, that's a
We-
6
but
point.
that's a really important game. Really
Exactly,
important.
and if you thrash them,
I don't think we will.
but you've
No,
got a
but-
lot of teams at the bottom of the table to play as well, haven't you? So
We've got to play Luton. We're going to put Luton in the ground. They're going down.
I hope we're already relegated before then.
Oh, I was gonna say, if West Brom are the team that send you down, you've got. I don't think there's any coming back. We might have to kick you off the pod.
Fuck.
Now, I want to see Luton go all the way back down to the conference.
That would be unreal if they did
the
like.
first ever team to do that, yeah.
And then
need
we're
to
going to
s-
come all the way back up again.
Sign
And
him.
then win the
You need
Prem.
to sign him Panzu again.
He's still there, isn't he?
Well, he's on loan at Rotherham.
Is he doing well?
I'm doing okay, yeah.
Class player.
I want to see him go all the way up and then all the way back down.
I don't.
If they do go down there, he'll probably be starting centre mid next season, wouldn't he?
How old? Pelly Ruddock?
He's about, I think he's 29, 30 now.
That's not that old.
He would play for
You don't
them next
know,
season.
3 or 4
yeah,
years.
but I just think we need to move on from the whole bunch of dickheads we got at the moment.
Lovely thing to say about your team.
Oh, they're all well, no. You know what? It's the fucking strikers. Fuck 'em. Carlton Morrison, Adebayo. Shit.
They were
How many
unreal,
goals
though,
did they get in
weren't
the Premier League last
Com-
season? Like 10
combined,
each?
combined 21 last season.
Oh, shit.
In the Premier League?
Yeah, but
That's unreal.
Yeah.
yeah, but you know what they've done this season? Fuck all.
How many goals have they got between them this season?
6 or 7
Oh,
Between
my.
them.
between them.
Oh.
That's mental.
How does that
Who's
even
on
work?
penalties?
Neither of them have scored since about mid-December.
How are we scoring more goals in the Premier League than you are in the Championship?
Who plays up front?
Ross
you know?
Barkley.
Still Carlton Morris.
Oh.
Unfortunately, he's wank.
So he's on a proper. He's just got low confidence.
You
bless him.
want to stick someone
Yeah.
else up front, mate?
Get behind him.
We haven't.
You don't need fans like you.
I've been trying to get behind him all season, and the midfield and defence does okay, and they put chances on a plate for him, and he doesn't fucking put it in.
That's literally been West Brom's problem. Like this season, we haven't had a good enough strike. Like Madger was really good, and then he got injured.
That's your problem. All your
always
strikers are made
get
from
injured.
fucking breadsticks.
Yeah.
Literally. Apparently, Chelsea are interested in Madger.
They were. They
I
ain't
can't
anymore,
see it.
are
I don't
they?
think they will now because he's injured.
They were interested in him when he was on like 10 goals in the first like 15 games, weren't
Yeah.
they? But
He scored 2 hat tricks this season, I swear. I'm sure he scored 2 hat tricks.
back to back.
Nah, not back to back.
Like Ronaldo, mate. Norwich and Spurs.
But yeah, that's been our problem this season. Just can't score goals.
Yeah, same.
Is that the next question? You've got to fight for who's shitter,
West
Morris
Brom
or
Morris or Madger
Definitely Morris.
at the current form. Yeah.
Should we do one more and then call it a pod?
yeah, one more.
We're not got a quiz.
I haven't got a quiz, unfortunately.
That's right,
That
it's
is
7 o'clock already.
shit. Oh.
So yeah,
one more quick one.
yeah.
Have a quickie.
We'll wrap up.
Okay, I'm just going to assign you. Cameron, you're with Danny
So
for
I don't
this one.
understand anything anyway.
Okay. you can help me judge.
Yeah,
Pep Guardiola.
Yep.
Jose Mourinho.
Oh, that's not a debate
What's that not a debate?
because it's obvious. Come on.
Well, who's better?
Yes.
Is it though?
Yeah.
It's not even a debate.
Pep
Pep
is
is up here. Mourinho's down here now.
But he won the league with Porto. Or not?
Yeah,
league,
about
Champions
20
League.
years ago.
But look at everything he
Sir
throughout
Alex
his
would have been
career.
a better.
Now he's like fingering managers in Fenerbahce.
So you want a better question?
Jose Mourinho's fingering managers in Fenerbahce.
Have you not seen what he did to the Galatasaray manager?
No.
He's
Finger
like,
him.
oh,
He fingered him.
He
You seen
went,
that?
he went like he poked him in like that.
Oh, and he fell to the floor.
Yeah,
crying.
yeah.
Yeah, absolute weapon.
I
Okay.
was going to say, why are you moaning? Sounds quite nice.
You're arguing for you'd rather have a world-class goalkeeper.
Yeah.
You're arguing for you'd rather have a world-class striker.
Oh, well, I felt like I'd rather have a world-class striker. More entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Carlton Morris.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
he's world-class.
All right, put
he
it
is.
this way. I would rather have. Who do you have in goal?
Fuck it, Thomas Kaminski.
I'd rather have Thomas Kaminski in goal with, I don't know, Lewandowski up front.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. up
Luis
front.
Suarez.
Yeah. Or you can have Emi Martinez in goal and Carlton Morris up front. See who wins more games.
Kaminsky and goal, Kane up front every day of the
Yeah.
week.
You concede a lot though.
Nah, couldn't. Nah.
Kaminsky. Who's Kaminsky? Who is that?
Our goalkeeper.
Oh.
It's a Croatian geezer.
Belgian. He's actually very good. Very good goalkeeper. He won Premier League save of the season last year.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is he a bad goalkeeper then? Maybe we need to
No,
do
So
some
you
work.
say he sounds all right.
I just
Yeah.
picked.
He's
I
very-
just picked a relegation.
It's just-
You've got to have Onana in goal.
Who's the worst keeper in the league in the Prem?
It's got to be Onana.
I'll tell you what. You know,
Is that
what?
recency
I think probably is a little bit, but he makes a lot of mistakes.
I think Ramsdale.
I was slagging off Ramsdale. I know with Villa beat them 3-0 on the weekend, but if it was without Ramsdale,
He still conceded for it. It mate, the
He
relegation-
saved a
Palmer's the
penalty.
best.
Yeah, but
I don't think Areola's very good at West Ham, to be honest.
yeah.
I
he's a
didn't
bit
realise how
pony, isn't
shit
he?
West Ham are doing.
Oh
Well, I
man,
didn't
realise how
they're
low down the
right.
league they were.
Relegation, like
Lopetegui, he was crap, wasn't he?
yeah,
Crap manager.
yeah, but then
They're not winning in Des Moines now, are they? Not
Potter.
Potter,
He
yeah.
hasn't
Potter's
really
fell.
turned it round, to be
well,
honest.
I think give him a window and let him build.
But I don't think
Yeah.
Potter's the manager that everybody makes him out to be.
I think
I
Potter's a
think
decent.
that-
He,
I
he's
think that-
good at Brighton, but
Yeah.
he's shit at
It was a
Chelsea.
system and
He hasn't been great at West Ham.
I agree, man.
A lot of Brighton's success came down to their unbelievable transfer business.
Their,
Yeah.
their,
It's
their
like-
academy,
their
and, like,
scouting
scout.
and the
What's the
academy.
manager called now?
Fucking
Brighton, it's
Hertzler.
Yeah, that's it. He's still doing all right.
Yeah.
Like it's not,
Brighton are just such.
I
a
think
we
Brighton's
said it
got
on the
a good
pub
team.
before.
Yeah.
They're just such a well-run club.
Very well run club.
Arguably
Arguably the best in the country,
so-
to be honest.
Graham Potter overrated.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I'd
Fair.
agree.
We agree. Is he the worst manager in the league?
No, worst manager in the league.
It's
since
got to be
Oh, Van
Southampton.
Nistelrooy.
Van
Van
Nistelrooy.
Nistelrooy.
Van
Yeah.
Nistelrooy, yeah.
God, awful. Fucking hell.
Who's in charge of
Southampton's
Southampton now?
been sacked, hasn't he? Or
He's
He's
left,
gone.
hasn't he?
Yeah. Don't know who's in
I
charge
don't
at the
know.
moment.
I didn't even know the geezer's name when he
Like
was.
Juric or something.
Yeah,
Juric,
something like that.
right.
I thought Russell Martin was crap as well.
Yeah,
Awful.
Yeah.
Naive manager. Didn't want to change his system.
Oh, I saw something about Van Nistelrooy the other day. I can't remember who the player was though. Basically, a player who played for them. He basically told them that they've got to stay at the training ground for
Oh, Harry
nights a week.
Winks.
That was it, Harry
Harry-
Winks.
'cause he just had a kid, hadn't he?
Yeah.
He said he's got to stay at the training ground 3 nights a week because his drive was too far, and so it was only like 60 miles or something.
Ooh, that's
But
quite
Harry
far.
Winks is like
No,
he's
it's
just
not that. It's
he's-
like an
Harry-
hour on the motorway.
Harry Winks is like he's
Yeah.
just had a kid. He wants to spend more time with his family. So he's
Yeah,
like, no,
yeah.
I'm not staying at the training ground 3 nights a week.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
losing
Go-
the dressing room.
Go and
anyway.
fuck yourself, basically.
What, Van Nistelrooy said
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, wants him to. Yeah, so
I've
That's
also,
weird,
I
man.
also saw a stat that Van Nistelrooy as well. I think I can't remember it now. It fell out of my head. But it's something like Van Nistelrooy's scored more goals against Leicester than Leicester have scored.
Under
since
him.
his-
Under
yeah.
him.
That's mental.
It's
I
something
think
like that.
Van
That is
Nis-
funny.
Van Nistelrooy was the first manager in Premier League history, perhaps, or certainly like in the last few years, to have lost like 6 games in a row in separate spells. So he lost 6 games in a row. They had 1 win, and then they lost another 6.
Yeah.
Weren't the only win? It was against Spurs.
Spurs.
Yeah,
Spursiest thing in
Actually,
the world.
That's another argument though. Is Ange Popsicle up there with the worst?
Popsicle.
Popsicle. Lou.
Popsicle Lube. Ange Popsicle Lube. Is he up there with the worst managers in the Premier League? I don't know how he hasn't had the sack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're waiting for the Europa League. If they lose tonight, I think he's gone.
Yeah, it's got to
Yeah.
be, surely.
Well, they might as well see out the season.
But they might do,
Yeah.
but I can't see him lasting.
It depends how much it costs to sack him, because Levy will just be like, "We'll let it ride," and then
They're dreadful.
I actually like Big Andrew.
I
like
like
him
him.
as well.
I want to like him, but it's got to the point where I'm like, yeah, good man.
There's almost a part of me that wants him to do well.
The thing
Yeah,
is, though,
same.
the whole time I was sticking up for him. I was like, he's been absolutely shagged with injuries, and I'm
He has, to
I'm
be
seeing
fair.
on Twitter now. It's like, oh, don't worry, when his full team's fit, they are now. They're still
they're,
shit.
they're still
dictum.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they're still shit.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
you
we-
absolutely
we-
turned them over.
We weren't even that good. They
No.
were just that bad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, watch the highlights, and they were all errors on their
yeah.
their
Every
behalf.
goal we scored was pretty much an error.
Yeah,
There was after the game a group of Wolves fans that came to the pub when I was working. They were like, someone asked them basically what you said. Was it Wolves being good or Spurs being shit? They said it was more Spurs being shit, to be honest.
We played okay.
Yeah,
don't get me
yeah,
wrong.
that's
We still
right.
At the end of the
capitalised on
day,
the
it's-
errors.
it's a good win.
They went,
Yes.
we had a good day, and several players had a good performance, but Spurs were woeful.
yeah. That's football.
Anyway,
That's life.
That's a pod.
That's a pod.
Think.
that's a wrap.
Ange pops a cob lube.
Popsicle lube.
If you're listening, do better. And
Pops a
Popsicle
cog
lube.
lube.
Do you actually know how to
lube.
say his name?
pops a cog glue, isn't it?
No.
Pops a
Postacog
cog
lube.
Post
glue.
is it post? I
Stop
thought,
saying
I thought it was
popsicle.
pops.
Pops.
Post.
Big pops.
I love it when you call
And
me big
Pops glue.
Pops,
Posticle glue.
and Posta cog glue.
Yeah. See you later.
Right.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra. Thanks for watching.
Thank
In a
you for
bit.
See
listening.
ya.